Hello bourbon fans, I am Tim, the Suburban Dad, here to help you dads find some great bourbon. Today I want to talk about some bottles that are great for beginners. Maybe you're brand new to bourbon, or you've tried a few things and you're still trying to figure out what's good or what's worth the money or what you might like. Maybe you're experienced with bourbon and you want to find out some bottles that would be good to have around for guests or people who aren't super into bourbon just yet. Gateway bourbons, we'll say. Without further ado, let's get to it. My parameters for choosing these 5 bottles are I wanted them to be under 100 proof and I wanted them to be under $50. Under 100 proof because initially that ethanol burn can be a little bit off-putting. I still remember the first time I had a bourbon over 100 proof. It was Maker's Mark cask strength, and that really shocked my system. It was not enjoyable and it was overwhelming. Now, since then I've grown to love high-proof bourbon, but initially I'm trying to keep it more low-key. Price-wise, I don't want anybody to get burned by buying a bottle that they really can't stand and then they're out a bunch of money. All these bottles that I'm going to recommend today are really good, and for the price point, you're really not going to be at a huge loss even if it's a dud. First on the list, and these are in no particular order. First on the list is Russell's Reserve 10-year. This is just such a fantastic bottle. It is widely popular. It's available all over the place. It's about $34 retail, and it is super easy to drink. It's at 90 proof. It's put out by Wild Turkey, and it is nice and fruity, somewhat light. It's very drinkable, very tasty as well. Sometimes you can have something that's easy to drink, but it's not necessarily got good flavor to it. This one definitely has a good combination of both. It's great to have on hand if you just want to drink it neat yourself, or if you want to share some with friends and family. It's a great go-to. Next on the list is Michter's Bourbon. So the US 1 bourbon, it retails for about $45. It's 91.4 proof. Not sure why they have to be like that, but this one is, I hate to use the term smooth, but it is. It's very smooth, velvety, buttery is the term. When I first tried it, buttery is the exact word that came to mind. It's got classic bourbon notes to it, more caramely, some wood, a little bit of oak, vanilla, but just creamy and buttery, and it's a great bourbon. This one's, at least in my area, I would say it's a little bit more uncommon to find. So I can't guarantee that I could go out to just any store and be able to grab it, although I have seen it a lot lately. So it's still pretty readily available. Hopefully it is by you too. It's a great one. So again, low proof and high flavor. Price is, it's definitely worth the price as well. Next we got Four Roses Small Batch. This is another one that's available everywhere, and it retails for about $35-ish, give or take. This one's at 90 proof, and similar to the other ones, it's got classic bourbon flavors of caramel and vanilla, but it has a little bit more of a spice note to it due to the rye content in the mash bill. So if you're looking to get a little bit more adventurous with the profiles, I'd try that one. It's a little bit spicier. It's tasty. It's really good. Number 4, one of my all-time favorites, Maker's 46. So Maker's Mark has their standard 90 proof bourbon. This is the big brother to that. It involves their famous stave profile that helps add a lot more flavor to the bourbon. And this one retails for $33. It's 94 proof. Very fruity on the palate. Think like strawberries and cream, a little bit of caramel in there as well. Nice and rich for only being 94 proof. It's very rich and flavorful, and the price is great. It's hard to beat that. Available all over the place, everywhere. be on the lookout. It used to be in the tall bottle, kind of an oval shape. Now it's more in the standard square bottle with a different label. It's got a white label. So you might say French oaked on there. As long as it's got that 46, that's what we're looking for. There is a 46 cask strength, so be aware. That one is also delicious, but if you're a beginner, you're not going to want to go to that one. Number 5, and I kind of hesitate to put this one on there. It's a middle-of-the-road bourbon in terms of the palate and how exciting and flavorful it is. Woodford Reserve. I feel like this one is something that everybody can drink and either enjoy or at least tolerate pretty well. Tolerate meaning it's just an average bourbon. It's not exciting to me, but it's good. It's got oak and caramel on the profile. If you notice a trend with the flavors I'm talking about, these are just good go-to bottles. And once you get your taste buds acclimated to bourbon, you can explore a little bit more. So Woodford Reserve retails for about $40-ish. It's available all over the place too. Absolutely. It's good neat. It's good in a mixed drink. It's a solid option for sure. It really is hard to go wrong with these 5. And there are a lot of other great bourbons and a lot of other great options, even for beginners. But like I said, I wanted to keep this within $50 and under 100 proof. Once you get to that 100+ proof range, that's where the magic really happens, my friends. There's also a lot of uncommon or hard to get bottles that I'm really not going to recommend for beginners, because why kill yourself trying to get those or pay for them when you don't even know what you like yet? Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. Until next time, cheers.